So I wanna make a video for people who may have lost a loved one. Uh so June 19th, 2020, my father passed away, and till this day I still think about him all the time. Um I want you to know, if you're just recently going through it, um it's not something that, it's not something that's gonna go away at all. Like, I still see him in my dreams. Um, I still wish there were things I did differently. Um, every single day I think about him. Every single day. And so that feeling's not gonna go away. And I want you to know that, because when it first happened, that's the only thing I was hoping, is that the feeling I felt would go away. And that, like, the day it happened, you know, the feeling is very, very strong, and that feeling goes away, but the feeling of sadness, that doesn't go away at all. Um, till this day, I wished he was here. Uh, and there's really no dealing with the loss of a loved one. There's no dealing with it. It's more so accepting it. You know, you have to accept it, and you have to learn from it. So, if I could suggest anything, it would be, as messed up as it sounds, it would be to take that negative and turn it into a positive. That's really the only way I can describe it. For instance, my father was always trying to push me to do better. He never understood why I was okay being comfortable where I was at in life, because he knew I was capable of much more. Um, and it's like, all the advice and stuff he was telling me, it didn't really hit me until the very second he passed away. Um, so now, I'm making like twice as much money as I was then. Like, I have a different job, and it's just, now I'm trying to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because I've lived most of my life in, in my comfort zone, and that happens to a lot of people. I've been that way my whole life. I'm almost 30 now, you know. Um it's just crazy, man. Oh, it's crazy. Something else that I want to say is, if, even if you're not going through the loss of a loved one, or grieving for, a relative, or, a best friend or anything, if your mother or father, brother, sister, they're still alive, tell them you love them, because when they're when they're not around, and you realize you haven't said it enough, like, that hurts, like, it does not feel good at all, like, at all, bro. My family, we don't really say that to each other a lot, like how when people get off the phone, they're like, "Oh, I love you, and I love you too, bye." Like, we don't really do that. But like, if I were to call my sister, one of my sisters, or my mom, and tell them I love them, they'll probably call me freaking out. Like, it's happened before. But what I'm trying to say is, it can't hurt, just to every now and then. It doesn't have to be every day. Every now and then, just tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate everything they've done for you, because God forbid, if the day were to come where they're not around anymore, At least you can, you know what I mean? At least you could say, you know, you've told them you loved them, uh, you know, because it really, really hurts it, when you can't anymore. So, also, if your mother or father, they know a lot of things, like pick pick their brain while they're here, man. Like I never this is the first time somebody close to me has passed away. I never once thought, I don't know, I've always seen my dad as like immortal, you know what I'm saying? But they're not. And most of the time our parents pass away before we do. So pick your parents' brains. They know, they've been around longer than we have. They've seen things we haven't. Pick their brains because I mean, there's just so many things I wish I would have picked my dad's brain about and I didn't. There's a lot of things I regret. There's a lot of things I wish I did different. And that's the best advice I could give you, man. If they're still alive, pick their brain. Um, spend time with them. Tell them you love them, and try to have the best relationship you can. Because, like I said, when if they're not around anymore, it does not feel good. You can believe me, it does not feel good. So that's all I really wanted to say. Um,